play, 2nd and 5.
I got you. I got you. Check, 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 check. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Bang, 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 bang. Check three, check three, check three.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Solid. Kill.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Two jet. Hey, Zoo. 45.
Now Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Joker. Tighten up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Fresno.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Five nine. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Slant. Hey, check 24.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, you got 3 down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? The carry here for the big tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
Watch out.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Can't help but think back, CD, to Super Bowl 52. We saw Doug Peterson make a very similar decision on 4th and goal in that game.
Yeah, this wasn't as momentous as the Philly special that they ran against New England for the touchdown pass to Nick Foles. But guess what? Doug Peterson, since he's been the head coach in 2016, his Philadelphia teams have led the league in going for it on 4th down. Not a surprise, plays right to his personality.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Winston. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Jameis to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Winston. Steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. This is caught. 23 yards the pickup there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Matthews the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Wentz on third down. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Wentz now to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Wentz to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Going deep this time. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch twist.
Winston. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down.
Yeah.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.